Okay, I'm going to get this pudding started. I'm making it homemade today. I'm making banana pudding. And if you don't want to make your pudding homemade, you can use the boxes of instant vanilla pudding or the boxes of pudding that you cook. I'm going to try making it homemade today. So we got 1 1/3 cups of white sugar. Two-thirds a cup of all-purpose flour. A half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to mix this together. Hope y'all having a good day today. Gonna get down to 6 degrees here tonight in Louisville, Kentucky. Gonna be a little chilly. And I'm making chili and grilled cheese for supper. So, got that mixed up. Now we've got 6 large eggs that have been beaten. And we're gonna pour that in. I didn't separate the eggs. If you're gonna make meringue, which I'm not going to today, then separate your egg whites from your eggs, so you'll have that to make your meringue with. Now, we're going to stir this in, just like this. And there's a lot of different ways to make this pudding. So if y'all make it different, that's okay. This is how I make it. Now, you're going to have to stick with this in a minute and not walk off and leave it. Okay. Now, we've got 4 cups of milk. I'm going to go ahead and turn my flame on about 4. I'm going to get this milk stirred in. I'm going to turn that temperature down between, I've got a gas stove, so between 3 and 2, because this will burn it if you don't watch it. It will. So you're going to have to pretty much just stir constantly until this gets thick. And how you'll know if it's thick enough, take your metal spoon, and on the back, you're going to touch that when you think it's thickened enough. And when it sticks on the back of the spoon, you're going to take it off of the heat. So I'll be back because this may take a few minutes. Okay, I think this is about ready. I've been whisking it the whole time. So you kind of got to stay with it. We're going to take our spoon now and test the back. See how it's sticking to it? It's ready. So we're going to take this off the heat. I'm going to continue to whisk it a little bit, stir it while we let it cool slightly. And then I'll be back. We're stirring it still. In the meantime, you want to get you about 4 bananas, 4 or 5, and cut them up, which I did. And I put a little bit of lemon juice in them to try to keep them from turning brown. But I don't know. We'll see how that works. I know that I remember Mom making this, and she'd make it in a big old bowl and just layer of those vanilla wafers and pudding, bananas. And if you don't want to use vanilla wafers, you use graham crackers or some type of cookies you can use. Just use your imagination. Use what you want to. Now while this is still kind of warm, I'm going to let it, I think, cool a little bit more. We're going to put in 4 tablespoons of softened butter and a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just trying to see. I'm probably going to let this cool just a little bit, and then I'll be back. I don't want it to cool completely because I want my butter to melt all in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my butter in. And a teaspoon, I don't know if I said a tablespoon or a teaspoon, but it's a teaspoon of vanilla. I can smell that vanilla in this. This is going to be so good. My sweet Eric's looking forward to it, as is the rest of the family. They love when I make sweets, but they love when I cook about anything. It makes me happy when I can please them. I tell them I just cook with love for y'all. Full of love. If you put that love in your food when you're cooking, your family's gonna love it, y'all. Some more of the ice and snow's melting here, so that's good. The butter's about melted. I guess I could have cut it up into smaller chunks, but to tell you the truth, I didn't think about it. And that's okay. I think this camera's cutting my head off today. We got a new tripod and I'm trying to learn how to use it with the phone, so we'll see. Okay, I think all that butter's all melted. I gotta get my kitchen cleaned up here in a little bit, y'all. Okay. Now, I'm gonna see if I can sit this over here. I already got started in my vanilla wafers. I don't know if I'm gonna do multiple layers or not. Just gonna have to wait and see. And I've got my bananas here. See if I can just come down through here and cover this with these. Like I said, I put lemon juice in them to try to keep them from browning. Well, y'all get the idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to layer this, and I will be back when I've got all the bananas on this layer. Okay, going to start pouring this pudding in here. Don't think I'm going to be making a double layer, but that's okay. This is going to be good, y'all. Going to be so good. I was running down the pan. Now, if you got a big enough dish or bowl and you want to put like 2 or 3 layers, you go right ahead. But this is how I'm going to do it today. It's just like, yes, the 1 layer of the vanilla wafers, the sliced bananas, and that home-cooked pudding on top of it. Now, I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator and chill until my sweet Eric gets home tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start making my chili now, and time it for when he gets home. I'm making grilled cheese sandwiches in the oven. That's how my mom did it. And I can still taste those to this day. And then after supper, I imagine my sweet Eric will save room for some banana pudding right after supper. So I will see you all a little bit later when he's tasting this goodness. Okay, my sweet Eric's gonna sample this homemade banana pudding.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real stuff there, hon. Yeah.
Y'all go.
I hope y'all have had a blessed day. Remember, it'll be okay. Make you some banana pudding for your family. And I love y'all.